All right, welcome to the Trading Focus once again. Welcome to the market review, pre-market analysis and trading ideas. So in today's video, we are going to go through all different pairs as we did from yesterday. The purpose from these videos, we are going to look on how can you be consistency in the market day after day, week after week, month after month, and year after year. How can you combine the result together so that you can become a consistency trader and making money in the market? You have to get out of the market with the positive result. How can you deal with that? Okay, that's why every day we are going to be making these videos, so you have to focus on that and see how we do or how the professional traders can manage that. So without being late, let's start from the DXY dollar index. The dollar from the last year, we have been moving up. So let's start from the higher time frame, start from the daily time frame. So now, from last year, we predicted the dollar to move until we target this area. Okay, let me show you from this. Until we target at least this area. Why? The reason is when we are moving down from this area, we made the high to the low, to the high, to the low, to the high. Okay, these are triple tops. So then we made a high, a low to the high, a low to the high. Okay, so from the high, we went to the lower low. So from here, we are waiting for the lower high to go for the lower low. Okay, from here, someone who trade breakout and retest, this is understandable. Someone who trades also or entering from the supply and demand area, this is a supply zone to be selling from. So this is what we were waiting for from the downside to make a high so that we can continue for the lower low. So the way the market move, we move in the form of waves, as we understand. So sometimes when we are making higher highs and higher lows, that's when we are moving up, or when we are moving lower lows and lower high, the market is balanced or the trend is not balanced. So we understand that, and we talked about that in our previous videos. So we have to wait until we come back from this area. So after that, if we continue moving down as it happened before from this area, we have from the lower low and lower highs, how are we creating those ones so that we can enter from those areas to continue with the selling direction? So waiting from this area, what happened? We need to focus on this area. If we are coming also from the low, that's where we are going to be targeting from. So now this is where the market is. The market is in the uptrend, but we are rejecting from the strong area where we are supposed to be selling from. We need to understand that. So as we are moving from the downside, we entered from these areas and we moved up. Our target was this one from the last year, from our trading groups, members. They remember about this setup. So what is showing us that there is a sign that the market is going to be changing the direction, or the market is going to reject from this area, or maybe create a deep pullback. So this is what we are going to be looking at. The first fact that we are looking for is that we are rejecting from this area. Secondly, we are creating a chart pattern from this area, and this chart pattern is a reversal chart pattern. Okay, we have the high to the low, to the higher high, to the higher low, to the high, to the low. We are waiting for the high to continue for the low. That's how the market move. Okay, so now from this scenario, we can see the head and shoulders from there, and someone who trades demand and supply. Okay, we understand that we need the market to make a retracement from the high, this supply area. So this will be looks like this, high to the low, continue like that until we start targeting some strong areas. Okay, these are areas to target, these ones, until we get to the downside. We have to look on everything from that. So that's how the market will be looks like from the DXY. So we need to move to the lower time frame and see more information. Okay, so let's move to the 4-hour time frame and see what do we have from there. Okay, we can see from this area we try to balance. Okay, low to the high, we left this one, low to the high, and we have this one. This is also a supply area, which means that also if we reject from this area, this is also a possibility for the trend continuation to the downtown. So here we have to look for two areas. The area which will be balanced where will be this one, and also another area to be selling from is this one where we are standing right now. So from my view of the market from DXY, we are expecting the move of the market to the downside, or we are expecting a reversal, or we are expecting a deep pullback. At least start targeting these areas. This one was our first target we predicted from the 1st of January this year, where we are expecting to be selling from this area. So, and the trading focus members had made money from this movement. So this is another target to be targeting from, as we are expecting a reversal to the downside, but we need to move with the market and see how the market is making lower lows and lower highs as we are balancing our trend. So my idea from DXY is this one. So let's also move to the lower time frame, like H1, 1 hour time frame, and see what is really going on from there. Okay, the same scenario. These are areas to target. Okay, these ones, areas where we can make money from. That's where we have to be focusing on. Okay, so that's how the DXY looks like. So let's move to the other pairs. This was an index, dollar index. So the reason why we like to talk about the dollar index is that all the pairs who are related with the dollar will be easy for you to understand when the dollar is moving up. So, and then you get like a currency pair with the dollar as a base currency. That's time. If the dollar is moving up, that currency will be moving up also. If you get a currency with a dollar in it, so which will be like a co-currency, that time the dollar will be making that pair will be moving down, because the dollar will be stronger and pushing from the co-currency to the downtown. So now let's move to at least to GBP GPY, that's GJ. Okay, this is an amazing pair that I like in the market. Let's see from the last years, from 2020, this pair have been moving up. Let's see, it has been moving up. Let's start from the higher time frame and see how the market where the market is now from the weekly time frame. Okay, let's start from there. Okay, let's see. So now we've been moving up. You can see we have been moving up, and our target was from these areas. This is the target, and also before that, these were our targets. Then we broke above these targets. We are above this area. So now the target will be from this area, and even this one where we are rejecting from. When we move to the lower time frame, we can see everything from that. From these areas. So now what I want to see here is that the market is moving up, or it has been moving up from the higher time frame. Let's move to the daily time frame and see how the market looks like. So we are in the daily time frame now. Okay, remember our target is from this area. We are still above the previous strong area. Okay, this one. So we are up this one. So we are focusing on this area. This is where we are focusing in the market. So now let's see what do we have from this area. The market is trying to consolidate. We are trying to move up, but we are failing to continue in the uptrend. So now let's move to the lower time frame from the last from the start of this year. We've been buying also GJ. Let's see from, we are now daily time frame. Let's check from H4 for our time frame. We are moving up from this area. Okay, before I move on this, there is something that I wanted to show you before we start from this one. This was the XY from the start of this. This was 20th January, and then the market, we are predicting the XY to move down, and people had made some money from this area to this one, and now we are still focusing on that movement. So now we are on GJ. We predicted GJ from this area, and which where we are going to be looking on now. So we predicted it to move up. So let's see where we are now on GJ, and then even what are we expecting from this area. Okay, let's start from here. Okay, this movement from this area was from this demand zone. This one equal lows from this area, and even internal area from this one. So we started moving up. Then after that, the market moved down again. We had this area which was a demand area also again. This is a demand zone. We rejected from this area. So now from here, we had to start looking on how can we enter from these areas to continue focusing on taking buying opportunities. Okay, so then what happened? The market has been moving up, making high to the low, to the high, to the low. So to the high, to the low. Okay, let's stop from here. This is an area we were supposed to be buying from. Okay, this area has been balanced. Another area we had to be waiting from was an internal area from here. We are going to check on that from the lower time frame and see. Okay, let's move to H1 and see what is there. Remember, we are in the uptrend. We are focusing on buying opportunities only. We are looking for entries. So this is an area that I've been talking about, internal areas from this one. Okay, this is the low, high, to the low, to the high. We had to make a low from this area. We didn't make that, and that's what we are waiting for. Okay, so generally high to the low and continue for the higher high from this area for the higher high. And then what happened? The market continued moving up and started making retracements from this area. Okay, we end up creating a liquidity from this area where we are struggling now from. So what are we looking for now? Yes, we are still waiting from this area, but if the market continues staying above this area, how are we going to be looking for buy from there? Okay, if we move down from this area, making a retracement from this area, there's no doubt we are going to take a buy from there. Okay, it will be looks like this. We take a buy from this area and we expect uptrend continuation. Okay, like this. So then we are rejecting from this area. So we need to look on how can we start also above this area, creating highs and low, or higher highs and higher lows. Okay, now this is what we are looking for. We need the market start making high to the low. Then we enter from that area by anticipating the market to continue in the uptrend as usual, as we are anticipating the market to continue. So these are the areas to be entering from. If we break above that area and we start making higher highs and higher lows, that's where we are going to be entering from, looking for buy from this area. So from GJ, this is very possible. Okay, that's why I like to tell the traders you have to focus on one or two pairs so that you can know their personalities. Now the way GJ moves, this is has a very high possibility that we can continue moving up by staying above this area. If we move down from this area also, this one will be also an opportunity to look for buy from this zone. So now let's continue and see. So what will be the target from this area? You start targeting from the areas where there are possibility to be rejecting from. This one was, we are focusing on this one, and even above that area, as long as we are expecting the market to continue even beyond this area. So that is an idea from GJ. Remember, we started from this here, trading this from downside, and we are still in the profit now. That's how we are. Consistency from the 1st January 2025. That's the reason. So we are still focusing on how can we plan for the next move by looking for buying entries, better buying entries. Okay, if you want to know that, how can we get those better buying entries? We are talking about that from this analysis, and even from our previous videos, you can check them on the list. There are so many videos talking about the areas of better entries we can get by buying from or selling from. So now let's move to another pair and see. Okay, yesterday we talked about gold. It has been moving up, and we were rejecting from the last buying area, last buying volume area. Okay, then after yesterday we had FOMC, where the market from the XY, we made an indecision candles, or we created an indecision market, and as well as liquidity grab. So now the market was moving up from gold. We predicted that from the 1st of January this year. We started from the low. You can watch our previous our yesterday video. Okay, we started from this area by taking buys until we are here now, still consistent, making money from those entries. So what is the idea of today? Let's start from the higher time frame. Let's start from the daily. Remember, we are in the uptrend. Remember that even if we are from now equal highs, we have two areas which are equal now. That's where we are struggling to look for what is next. We are still expecting the breakout and continuation after this high. Okay, as long as we are still above this area, let's focus on the zone. from the higher time frame now. Okay, so and then we are in this area. So what am I expecting from this market? We are in the uptrend, remember. So we are focusing on buying opportunities, but we need to even look on where can we reject from. Maybe the market can change the direction to the downside. Let's move to the 4-hour time frame and see what is there. We are bullish from this area, which means that as long as we are staying above this area, what I see from gold, we are going to be looking for buying entry just only. This is what I can see from this area. We are waiting for the lows, highs, as long as we are expecting to break above this area. This is what I see from gold. We are expecting uptrend continuation. Check from 1-hour time frame. 1-hour time frame. This is what we can see from even 1-hour time frame. We are expecting the uptrend continuation. Okay, so let's move now to another. Yesterday also we talked about GBP USD. Let's talk about Euro USD. Even Euro USD from the start of this year, we predicted uptrend or a reversal to the uptrend. We started an uptrend from this area. We are still in profit if someone entered from that period where we predicted moving up. Now we are still in the profit. So what are we looking for now? So I'm not going to be talking more about where we are, where we come from the previous higher time frame. Okay, let's talk about from at least daily time frame. Okay, so now the market was moving down. When we are moving down, we have to look for the areas to target. That's where there is a possibility also to be buying from, where the market is expected to be changing the direction from. So where are we rejecting from here? Where are we rejecting from? Let's use this one and see where are we rejecting from. The higher time frame, we have an internal area. This is an internal area. This is very stronger from the higher time frame. Remember that. Okay, as we continue with this daily time frame, that's where we are rejecting from, and that's where we are expecting from change the direction to the upside. So from now, what I see in the market, is the formation of a reversal chart pattern, which is an inverse head and shoulders. From that, I'm looking for the market to make a low, making a retracement from the neckline from this demand area, so that I can also enter for buy again with the expectation of a uptrend continuation. That's what I see now from the market from the daily time frame. Now, let's move to the lower time frame, 4-hour time frame, and see more information we can get from there. 4-hour time frame. Now, what do we have from here? We have the market made a low to the lower high, to the low, to the higher high by breaking the previous high. We need the higher low from this demand zone, from this one, so that we can continue for the higher high. Nothing more I see from Euro USD. So I'm looking for this. If we do not move down, okay, remember also. So if we do not move down, make adjustment from this area, what are we looking up? What are we looking at? If we stay above this area from where we are standing now, remember we have to start looking for the other opportunity by starting making high, the low, then to expect the continuation for the higher high. So that's what we're looking at now. This will be also a demand area to buy from. Okay, I think everyone, this is understandable. Let's look on where we're targeting now. Okay, the target will be from also these areas. This area, This is our target from the downside, but also there are internal areas we have to focus on, like this one. This is also an area to look at. So that's what I'm focusing on these pairs. What else to talk about? GU, I talked about that. I'm not talking about it today. We are still expecting the uptrend continuation. Okay, this was from yesterday, I think. Okay, yes. This from yesterday. Also, we have this area where we are waiting from. Also, to look for buying entries. Waiting from this area. Take a buy from that. That's what I'm gonna be looking for from GJ. We are still expecting at least targeting these areas. These ones. This is a liquidity area. This one. So we need to balance this area as we are moving up. So guys, that's what we had today. That's what we had today. So then we are coming also tomorrow to look on how can we move every day with the market and being consistency, as we are continue to focus on how can you minimize the losses and make more profit in the market. So guys, thank you so much for your time. Until next time, see you tomorrow. Be safe. Remember to subscribe on the channel and like the video. Give a support to the trading focus. Ciao.